Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
This is my mic.
You sound fucking awesome, actually. That
Oh,
voice
yeah.
right on set.
I've been coughing so much, my voice is like a whole fucking register now.
Oh, it sounds good.
Down,
Still.
so.
I feel like
Logan Smith with your smooth jazz at night.
Also,
yeah.
and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm being serious because of the way, obviously, this room is set up. You two are going to sound echoey.
that's fine.
Luckily, I don't have to worry about it, even though there's an opening behind me, but I'm on a dynamic mic, so it picks me up a lot easier. Disco was saying he can go pick up a couple like big ass like cardboard boxes. So like just for the podcast, I'd like to just set up maybe a little baby barrier, just at least to get
Just a
get the reverb off. Because there's so much.
Can we please make Fort kick ass?
No
girls allowed.
Your authority's not recognized here in Fort Kickass.
No girls allowed.
I'm sorry.
I'm not seeing a ton of...
No fatties. Can we put that on the other side of this?
Jesus, no.
How about no married chicks in the jam zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Parks and Rec reference for anybody?
I
No? All right.
I figured.
What's up, guys? It's the Friendly Fire Podcast, episode 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm taking a piece of advice from Logan's book. I am having my nose right up against the microphone.
You got to get up on the microphone. It'll be right about here.
Get it right on.
That's the sweet spot. Okay.
Microphone.
Worth, or Pat, you can edit that out. Worth breathing heavily into the mic.
You were doing it.
The perfect distance between your mouth and the microphone is the length of your thumb. That's an actual legit
Nice.
audio.
Sorry about that.
The length of your thumb or the width of your thumb?
No, the length. The width. The
I
width is like that.
No.
Guys, am I doing this right?
Depends on how big your hand is.
Get your mouth off the microphone.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, so it's a 4-player podcast here. A term disco.
I like that
Yes,
addition.
a term disco gave us.
We did not have to plug in the multi. What was it called?
Multi-tap.
Multi-tap.
Multi-tap. Yeah.
So there's 4 of us here. I'm Logan.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Worth.
I'm Sean.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
And Worth.
Yes.
What have you been playing this week?
Oh, you're sorry. I'm
On the
first?
spot,
Oh, I'm
motherfucker.
actually first. I'm surprised. No, I've been getting back into Battlefield 1 a lot. So I've been playing that quite a bit. A lot of Conquest, and I've been playing Domination on that, which is like it's kind of just a good game mode just to get some kills and attachments for your guns and stuff. Or maybe not attachments, but just like a good way to unlock the currency to get the, what do you want to call them, the like little weapon crates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Battle packs.
Battle packs. Yeah,
Something
that's
like
the one.
that.
That's the one. Yeah, still playing that. I played like 2 games of Siege. Nothing much, but me, Sean, and Jared played a lot of Rocket League this week, and Disco did too, actually.
Collective groans on the other side
That's
of the
annoying.
room.
Nah.
When were you guys playing Rocket League? I didn't see like anybody on this week at all.
I don't think
it must have been maybe Monday or
Yeah,
something.
I think it was Monday because
I don't. Yeah.
it was me,
Oh, yeah,
Sean.
so I played Chaos for a little bit.
Yeah, we played Chaos. It was me, Sean, Jared, and Disco. And for a while there, me, Jared, and Disco were playing ranked 3s, and we were just slaughtering everybody. And it got to the point where we had like a rivalry going because we kept playing the same team over and over and over again. And they finally started kicking our ass like after we beat them like 8 games in a row.
Doesn't really count anymore by then.
Yeah, it's like shit. My
you'll
ranks
finally
down,
get
fuck.
one.
Yeah, and all I wanted to do is get the rare crates and stuff, so I can get new car body kits and stuff. I don't have any new body kits at all, but I unlocked the decals for body kits that I don't have because that makes fucking sense.
Yes, great.
Yeah, but aside from that, I got back into COD 4. I played COD 4 for stop it. But I was getting waxed, dude. It was bad.
Is that a term?
That's all. I haven't heard anybody use that. I
term.
haven't heard it in a while.
I was
actually
getting waxed.
I like
dude.
that
I
one.
got waxed so hard.
It was,
I have 2 words.
Sounds like
for
a
you.
sex move.
what?
Get good.
Get
Is that?
You're not wrong.
Is that with a lowercase W or a capital W? That's my
It's
question.
it's a lowercase W and A, and then 2 capital X's, a 3 and a D. So
That sounds about right.
a lowercase D.
Wax 3 did.
Wax,
Yeah.
Wax 3D. Or you could say you could have three uppercase X's and then have
Whoa,
triple X.
whoa.
You can stop.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
you
done.
Anything else worth? Anything else you
I'm
played?
done.
Jesus.
Mass Effects. A lot of Mass Effects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've almost got to the point where I've established my third settlement. I know Pat's over there laughing at me like, that's cute. No, I haven't had the time to play, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting there though. I'm trying.
Just jealous of my N7 armor.
I have the helmet. It matches well with my Pathfinder armor. I actually like that armor combination. If you have all Pathfinder gear except for the helmet, but you wear the N7 helmet.
This basic bitch over here.
I care about styling, not the stats.
Good.
Real quick, Sean, how many outposts do you have? Do you only have the first one
I
still?
just have the first one.
Okay, that's why I have two. I only have the one.
Yeah.
Because there's only
So
talking
shut
in this
up.
game. Oh my god.
The
Okay.
talking's the best part.
There's a lot of talking to do.
I just wanted to shoot stuff, and I was like, all right, gotta check the entire fucking Hyperion.
Yeah,
or
there's a
whatever.
lot of
I gotta
fetch
check
quests.
the Nexus, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll go to the next planet. Cool. Talking to the new aliens.
Talk to
and
this person.
Talk.
Get on the ship. Talk to every. I do love it, Pat. I'm not
No,
saying
I know
it's
you
bad.
do.
It's
I
just,
know you do.
I
We
was
all
so ready
love
to
that
shoot
storyline.
something.
I'm just like, come on, I just want to shoot something. But
Once in a while, yeah.
I do like how what's his name? Jal? Yeah, Jal is the art
And Garen.
Angaran, yeah. He's basically a combination.
The Jamaican accent.
He's basically a combination of Javik and Garrus.
Mhm.
Is like
He's the Garrus of that game for
he
sure.
is the Garrus. If Garrus and Javik had a baby, that's what you get.
That's really weird to say.
It is weird. But if it happened, you know, John. What you mean?
We're like, moving on.
Moving on.
And let's
I
cut
don't even
that.
want to begin to understand the inner workings of that child. But yeah, I'm not going to go there.
You have like a nihilistic, sarcastic asshole as a child.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
talking
good.
about the logistics of it.
Oh.
I'm doing
Yeah,
something
shit.
with my hands right now.
What have you been playing this week?
What's
my
God damn it.
Heroes of the Storm released a 2.0 patch this week,
Yeah.
and they give you 20 free characters for doing nothing,
Damn.
which is
That's
a
crazy.
big fucking deal.
For doing nothing?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
20
All you do
more
is log in.
things Logan doesn't care about.
Wow.
That's also true.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of that with Drew.
HOTS is fun. I like
It
HOTS.
is very fun.
I love HOTS.
If you can actually get a decent squad going, then it's very enjoyable. Also played a little bit of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CS:GO.
Seriously?
Yeah, with Nate and Jake.
Ooh.
That was
Hi, Jake.
Which Jake? Jake Boone?
I think so, right?
Drew's buddy
yeah,
Jake?
yeah,
Yeah, Jake. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Jake. You're our one view. No, I'm kidding.
Love you. But it's just a completely different level of shooter. Like, it's a complete Twitch shooter, and I don't play first person shooters on.
Did
I
you-
can't
computer.
do that, man.
Did anyone here ever
Oh,
watch
God.
FPS Doug? Did you ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sean knows what I'm talking about. Like, dance all day. Dance all day.
yeah. It's the skill ceiling for that game is absurd. Like, there's been people that have been playing that game for 100 years.
Like, what? The first
Before
CS:GO,
video games came
100
out.
years.
100 the
years
first CS:GO
ago.
came out, or not CS:GO, but the first Counter-Strike game was like, what, 99?
something like that.
They found CSGO inside of a pyramid.
Yeah,
Well, fuck.
there were hieroglyphs that said "get good."
Seriously, though.
Um,
Boom, headshot.
yeah. Did I play Siege at all? I think I played like maybe one or
I
two.
think that should be a
games
shirt
of
for
Siege.
us. Hieroglyphics that say "Get Good." That'd be amazing. It's a
I
great
like
shirt.
it.
Coming soon to.
Friendly Fire Store.
Yeah, sure.
We can make it happen.
Friendlyfire.com/store.
Friendly Fire Store. Just
Is
come,
that a
over,
real URL? What we needed?
just come over to our house in between 2 and 4 p.m.
Patent pending.
So you played Siege? Did we? We didn't play Siege this
I don't
week,
think
did
so.
we? No.
I think
Okay.
I played like a couple. Played a couple games of Battlefield 1. I've played a surprising amount of games this week, comparatively to every other week.
We played Battlefield 1 this week, or was that last week?
It was last week.
Okay,
'Cause
damn.
remember
I didn't play a lot this week
We
with
started
anybody.
playing and we got that really garbage map. With
Oh,
the
we started playing Rocket
train
League, started
and-
crushing it. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then a
Tradition.
little bit of Rocket League to top it all off. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because you lost control of your life.
Get good, Logan. What have you been playing?
So I was listening to Disco. He had access to the Sea of Thieves alpha.
We can't talk.
Well, we can't. I can talk about it all day because I didn't play it. I didn't sign any NDA. I can say whatever.
That's
And
true.
I didn't see anything he played. I just heard him on the headset talking about it. It put me in the mood to play something pirates like. So I played Assassin's Creed 4 for a little bit. Which
Black Flag.
I really enjoy that game. I just need to sit down and dedicate some time to it.
It's a fun game.
So I was playing that. I did like 2 matches of Blitz and Halo Wars 2. I need like 3 more collectibles in Quantum Break to get 100%. I don't 100% games very often, but I saw I was like 98% done. I was like, fuck yes, I'm going to do it.
Do they have a certain name for the achievement that you get when you 100% like the game and get all the achievements?
I don't know what the name is, but there is an achievement for it.
Okay, because I'm just like in PlayStation, they rank they call them trophies.
Yeah.
You have
Right.
bronze, silver, gold, and then the only platinum is get all the other achievements in the game and you get the platinum trophy.
There's nothing like that, but if this game specifically does have an achievement for it, it's just more point value.
Gotcha.
So it's all just gamer score. That's all that matters then.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna do that. I'm actually also gonna play that again all the way through and pick all the opposite decisions. So I'm probably gonna work that into my gaming schedule. I got back on Deus Ex more, getting a lot more story done. Just kind of like that. I'm really enjoying talking to people in that game. It's pretty cool because everything you do is like it seems to be a lot more like dialogue impact on the story.
Oh, there's so much
than
more
the
stuff.
first game of this new series, the with Adam Jensen in it. So I'm digging it. It's pretty cool. I'm about to go on some main missions. I got a few more side quests to finish up, then I'll go to the next thing.
Yeah, the small stuff in that game, like the first time you played the second one and you didn't realize that if you didn't start the first mission in time, then the hostages were all dead.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the idiot, my lore nerd, like, running around looking at every computer, not realizing I need to do this first, and then I can come back and actually check everything out.
Well, in the new game I was running around, I kept getting this radio message from he's like, hey, are you going to come to this place yet? I was like, fuck, I guess I need to, because
Oh, God,
I'm
yeah.
in trouble. Well, and also in the very first mission, you can save a guy, and if you don't go quick enough, he'll die. And I got to save him because I kept reloading because I wasn't going to let him die. And then later on, when I go to my like base operations, he's there, so I got to talk to him. So it's still pretty good impact, even very quickly in the story. Played a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online, a little more Bulletstorm. I'm going to do that review later.
Yeah.
And I think I have enough
Yeah,
stuff to
that.
talk about. So I played all of it. I tried to make some notes to remind myself. Battlefield 1 and Siege were kind of my main multiplayer games. Tiny bit of Rocket League, but who fucking cares? And I got a Gear VR. So I
Yeah.
was playing some of those games. So we can talk about that here a little bit,
What
a little
kind
more.
of games, Logan? Hmm.
I played like a puzzle game.
Sexy games.
I can't remember the names of these games. I just like quickly jumped on them. One of them was like a
Honeypot?
puzzle game, and then the other one was like a space one. And I almost got sick and like passed out. Way too much movement around.
I'm just waiting for the day that Honey Pop is available. on
Don't
the
say
App Store.
No, not Honey Pop. There's another game that would be specific for that.
Wait, what? Wait.
Shush. I don't know anything about it.
Go on.
Loss of deniability.
I've never read anything about it before.
Pat
see
goes
nothing?
through the darkest
I know
parts of the
nothing.
internet. It's ridiculous. I think that's all I
It's called
played.
Honey Special.
Honey Special.
All right, Pat.
Yo,
What do you play?
not Honey Special, that's for sure.
Right.
No, seriously, I don't have a computer that can run it. But I have not been playing Andromeda because I beat it. And I think I said that last week. So
Very nice.
it doesn't
I am
matter.
so jealous of you.
That'll
beat
be a
it.
future
I
review.
beat it. Yeah, there's a
Right,
review
you
coming
beat
up for that.
I would
Not
beat it too.
spoiler-free review, I promise. I won't spoil anything because these guys would physically assault me at the table if I revealed anything big. Maybe worth the most, but that's about it. I have been playing
Hashtags.
Pokemon Soul Silver quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I fucking love that game.
I started a new game, and I was surprised on like how much I've played like Pokemon Silver in general. Like within one night, I had a team of like level 17, like it was 4-person team so far, and I'd already got 2 badges. And I'm like, I'm running this pretty good so
Damn,
far.
yeah.
But I'm doing the Nuzlocke run. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that term before. Anybody besides me?
Nuzlocke?
Nuzlocke runs?
I don't know what that is.
So, Pokemon isn't technically the hardest game ever to play. Like, if you just if it's like any RPG, if you decide to grind hard enough, I mean, you technically could just sit there, but it would take hours upon hours to like grind somebody up, you know, super level wise, without just playing through the game itself. But to make the game more interesting and more heartfelt, and more difficult in general, So you obviously start with your starter, and then there's 3 big rules. A lot of people have variations of the rules, depending on the type of run it is. But the basic 3 rules that in every run whatsoever is you have to nickname every Pokemon. That way it has a part of your heart. Like, it has meaning. If your Pokemon ever dies in battle, whether it's starter, blah, 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 if it dies in battle, you have to go deposit into the PC and release it. It's like it dies, so you lose it forever.
Good God.
Wait, what?
Yeah, your Pokemon die in this. Like, normally they just faint, but if a Pokemon faints ever in the entire game, via battle, or if you're trying to get to a Pokemon Center and it's poisoned and you don't get there in time and it dies,
Jesus, you better have some antidotes on you.
anything. Oh, yeah. No, this is the reason why the difficulty goes up hardcore. God fucking damn it, I said the word.
Ding! 1.
Right? Yeah, if a Pokemon dies, you have to release it, no matter what. And then the other challenging aspect is, so there's tons of, like, roots and caves, in different areas in the game itself. Logan's dying.
I'm dying, sorry.
That's all good.
He must be part Pokemon.
So, let's say you leave the first town, you go to Route 1. You have a chance, Pidgey, Sentret, Geodude, Hoot, depending on what type of day it is. Anyway, this is the other rule, is every time you enter a new route, the first Pokemon that you find is the only Pokemon that you can catch on that route.
Why, though?
For the difficulty aspect. So you just have to work with the luck of the game and luck of the team that you end up building.
Is this like
factor this?
So obviously you'll collect more than 6 Pokemon. Every route you go to, you want to catch a new Pokemon. You just really hope that it's a good one, where it's not like you walk, the route and they're like, fuck, another Pidgey.
Yeah.
Technically you can catch it on that route.
Because there's one, I don't remember where it is, but it's when I think you beat either the first or the second gym, and then you're going down.
Yeah, and like Mareep and Bellsprout.
Yeah, I was just like, you might miss the Mareep, because then you don't have electric for who knows how long.
For how long. So
you might not get an electric in that fucking game at that point.
I was watching Team 4 Stars, like Nuzlocke, while I was playing my Soul Silver. I'm watching their Soul Silver run, and they're just hoping on Mareep. They're like, for the love of God, please let it. And it ends up being Wooper. And then they're like, we can work with this. God damn it. And then literally the next Pokemon they run into to battle is a Mareep. And they're like, God damn it!
No, I would just scream and
freaking out.
Yeah. Well, you probably want to start with Cyndaquil then, because
Cyndaquil's the best choice, but I didn't do it. I picked Cyndaquil just because he is the best choice overall. But Team 4-Star, like I said, you can add your own little twist to it. I'm gonna wrap this up. Sorry,
you're fine. You're fine.
They did it based off what you go to your trainer card and you look at your trainer number, which is always randomized. So if the last digit in their trainer ID number was 1, 2, or 3, they had to pick. Or I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, or 3, they had to pick Chikorita. If it was 4, 5, or 6, they had to pick Cyndaquil, and if it was 7, 8, or 9, they had to pick Totodile. It ended up being 3, so they're stuck with stuck with Chikorita the whole time. And because it's the worst starter, they named it Mr. Steak because they couldn't fit Mistake like in the way they wanted it. So they call it Mr. Steak. So it's like it's so stupid that it's trying to say mistake, but it's always like Mr. Steak.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So those are the 3 main rules. You have to nickname every Pokemon. If it dies, you have to release it, and it's gone forever. And then, every first Pokemon you found on each either route, cave, ocean, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's the only Pokemon that you can catch. You can battle as much as you want and grind, but you can't catch any other Pokemon on that route besides that one that you found.
I would just nickname them like 1, 2, 3, just to be, because I don't like to nickname them. I'd be like, nope, I don't care. Number 6 is gone. Fuck it.
I like to name my characters like Fuck I or like what or shit I or something like that.
Like shit, I.
Because it always says like, blah, 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 sent out.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, I sent out Totodile. Or like, fuck, I didn't know that you were walking around here like this. So they always refer to you as like, fuck, I.
That's funny.
No, it's super fun. It's just a way to mess with the way they work the dialogue.
So is that, those rules, are those like just kind of like some implied rules, or is that actually programmed into the game?
No, it's implied. You have to do it. You have to just do it yourself.
That's what
there's a lot of like streamers and stuff that love to run Nuzlocke runs because it's actually, if you think about it, it ups the challenge like way more.
Yeah.
There's multiple times that Nuzlocke runs have failed because you get so close and then like crits can fuck you over, and that's not even something you can control. Like you just get critted and it's like, well, that wasn't supposed to kill that fucking Pokemon, but it just did.
Like,
it hits you way harder. You're like, no! Like you're freaking out whenever a Pokemon dies.
Imagine you catch like a legendary dog.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you do is get like created on the opposite type, and you're just like,
And
oh well.
Yep, that shit can happen.
I would never do one of those runs. Fuck that.
It's fun so
Never.
far. And the other thing I was gonna say too is because you were saying, fuck, I gotta like make sure you have antidotes and stuff. You find yourself using money way more this playthrough on like status effect items or potions than you normally do Pokeballs. Like you always want to have Pokeballs on you, but instead of having like 30 like I normally have, I only have like 12.
Yeah.
Like at any time.
Well, I guess if you... No, never mind. It wouldn't work.
What?
I was following a wrong train of thought there. So.
You can like breed and do that if you want to like fix the rules because that's technically in game.
Well, that's cool.
And everything like that. I mean, there's ways
you gotta
around
wait for the
it.
time of walking
You
the
just gotta
eggs.
wait for it,
Yeah.
But besides Pokemon Silver, Soul Silver, I also started up Infamous Second Son, which was one of the first games to come out for the PS4 back in the day. Really fun game. Just kind of like same guys who did Sunset Overdrive. No, I'm sorry. No, it is the same guys. Sucker Punch, right?
Insomniac?
No. Yeah,
No,
Insomniac did. Yeah.
They did Sunset Overdrive.
I don't think
That's right.
has Sucker Punch done anything else big at least.
Sucker Punch was supposed to do the new Spider-Man. That's what I was thinking about. They were supposed to do the new Spider-Man game, but then Insomniac pulled it out of their asses.
Interesting.
Not that I'm mad about it. I'm just saying.
Insomniac's great. Yeah.
Well, it's weird because everyone thought it was going to be Sucker Punch because it was going to be on the PS4 only. So they're like, oh, well, Infamous is on
Insomniac's
PlayStation.
normally been a PlayStation exclusive. Like,
Most of the time.
part,
But since they did Sunset Overdrive, that's why a lot of people were
Right.
figuring it was going to be...
I hope they do another Sunset Overdrive after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Sunset Overdrive was
You just want that
fun.
It was pretty fun,
That
yeah.
Spider-Man game just looks like it's going to be fucking good.
Yes.
I can't wait. If I get that PS2 Spider-Man web-slinging like control, then I will fucking love that game. Cause
Yeah.
there's nothing better than the PS2
I
Spider-Man
can't
game.
imagine Insomniac not making an awesome Spider-Man game. There's no way. It's going to be bad.
But Infamous Second Son, Pokemon Soul Silver. I played a little bit of Big Planet 3 since I got it for free. I was supposed to have Dave come over, so I wanted a 2-player game to play. But that fell.
Hey, ladies, Patrick is single.
Yeah, right?
So, hey,
If you want to play a fun platform.
there you go.
No, but I just wanted to
yeah.
play, and I started playing it again, and I forgot how like just fun as a platforming game it is because you can go to all the custom levels and everything. But yeah, besides those big three, just my dumb mobile games, and yeah, that's about it.
They're like your life's blood.
Dokkan Battle and
No, they're
Hearthstone
pretty
and
dumb.
Simpsons. Yeah,
Simpsons?
love the Dokkan Battle. Yeah, the Tap City like.
Oh,
Simpsons.
yeah.
Tapped out.
Yeah,
They
Tapped Out.
apparently released one for Futurama.
What?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I have a perfect reference for this.
Don't do it.
Neat.
God damn. You can leave.
No one gets that reference.
I haven't seen enough Futurama. I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's what I
So
was saying.
Futurama's
You-
good, but
look
it's
at
I know what it is.
Okay.
so. Anything else? Is that it?
That's
Pat?
it. That's
Cool.
all I've been playing.
Yeah.
So I think
A lot of older games I like jump back into
yeah,
for some reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the kind of the biggest piece of news that I guess might be a decent amount of talking points is the new Call of Duty got kind of announced.
Yes.
Finally. No more rumors or anything. It's all,
And
which
we
all the
lost-
rumors were true. But,
Yeah.
We lost Pat.
yeah. You want to come back in like half hour, Pat?
No. Pat's on board.
I played one Call of Duty all the way through. I played Call of Duty 4.
Mm.
Like, I beat that campaign. I remember
That's
doing
fun.
the sniping mission with, like,
Right.
the flag going back and forth. Like, that was cool. I loved it.
What
But
kind
I-
of name is so by?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun campaign.
Yeah. So the new one's going to World War II,
Two.
right? No, almost the one, but that's Battlefield.
Yeah.
So World War II. Aside from the change in time, was there anything else big about this?
Yes, because they're getting rid of the stupid fucking like 420 Blaze It XX camos that just like glow in the dark and like fluorescent, and the characters aren't doing emotes where they dab and shit all the time.
Yeah, like
So
your
they're not
character dressed like a
pandering-
gingerbread man and stupid shit like that.
Yeah, they're not pandering to these freaking little like I don't even know what to call them.
Children?
Just children. Like it's actually in a very dark, gritty, M-rated game that made the series great to begin
It's
with.
going to have zombies in it?
Yes,
I don't
it
wanna-
is actually.
I don't want to play it then.
It's gonna. They're bringing back like old school Nazi zombies, like not like the crappy zombies that have been released the past few games.
The only zombies that was any good was the World of War zombies.
Apparently that's what they're going to be doing. Like they're going to be bringing back that style of zombie game,
Yeah.
not one where it's going to have like crazy over the top like quests you got to do in the game, or like you got to pick up this item to go get this, or go unlock this door, and then you got to fly. hop on top of a dragon for some fucking reason.
Yeah, all that was just fucking. I never really played this because I would watch like gameplay of it. I was like, this is terrible.
This is
so it's going to go back to the old school version.
Yes,
Pixar didn't happen.
Pixar,
right?
Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it.
But and also like it's, I mean, thank God like Sledgehammer like has their head out of their asses for the most part because they seem to be the only like credible Call of Duty developer anymore.
What was the last? Was
the last
Black Ops? Wait, I was gonna say, was the last Treyarch?
Treyarch was Black Ops 3.
That was the last Treyarch one, right?
Yeah.
Then it went Advanced
Infinite Warfare.
Okay, and now we're getting the World War II one.
Yeah,
because Sledgehammer did the Advanced Warfare, and I actually liked that game.
That one a lot.
Out of all the Call of Duty games, like it was pretty good. I like the campaign a lot. The multiplayer is always pretty terrible in terms of multiplayer for me in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
but I fucking loved like the energy shotgun.
Yeah,
I was such a fucking noob with that. I loved it.
Yeah, you have to be with that kind of shit.
You guys almost got me excited there because you said Infinity War for a second. I was like, what?
Thanos? Thanos? Is that you?
The Avengers are here? What? No.
No,
that's what fucking studio? Square Enix is going to do some of those
those
games.
new Avengers games.
Yeah, that's a ways away, but yes.
But at least it's been teased. But I mean, they obviously took a page from Dice's book and bringing back like the old school boots in the ground kind of combat that people enjoy.
No more fucking jetpacks.
Yes.
The game of this with Battlefield 1 with the Doing the World Sledgehammer would have had to have already had this in the works way before Battlefield 1 came out.
Yeah, I guess
so I'm assuming this was been planned for a while.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because I guess maybe they saw Infinity War, I almost said it.
Infinite Warfare. How much of a flop
no,
it was?
Who makes that game? Which one is it?
That's Infinity Ward.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I was like there's so many of these fucking same terms right. Yeah, that studio. Maybe they knew they were going to space with it, and they were like, maybe we shouldn't do it like another Advanced Warfare. They needed to differentiate themselves.
Yeah.
So,
but like from what I watched in the trailer, like it's bloody, it's gruesome, it's like just like super hardcore type of combat.
Yeah, the thing that they showed in the reveal trailer was D-Day invasion, which hasn't been done this generation yet.
Not that I know.
What Medal of Honor was the last one to do like a D-Day?
Well, I guess you could say COD 2 technically did it, but they did it from a different perspective. Like they didn't do the guys that were actually on like the first scene as in Saving Private Ryan. They did this scene where like they had to climb up the cliffside. This is old school COD 2, like, but so it came out in what 2005, I think. COD 2. It was a 360 release. Yeah,
might have even been earlier than that. I think COD 3 was
COD
like
4 came out in 2007.
Yeah,
because COD 3 was 2006, which sucked.
Was it just a 1 year turnaround for COD 4 then?
No, it was a 2 year because
all right, yeah, Sean, to the internet. We need the dates for these Call of Duty games.
But I was watching some of the other trailers. Like there's destructible. Looks like there's destructible environments. Looks like there's a lot of like.
There was rumor there might be vehicles in this game too.
I hope so.
Ooh.
Please. And there was a lot of like really brutal like hand-to-hand combat. Like I saw there was one scene where this American soldier like was punching it out with his German officer, German soldier, and he picks up a rock and just like gets him up on the ground and just starts like beating his head in with this rock. I'm like, holy shit, that looks fucking crazy.
Right.
The original Call of Duty was released in 03, Call of Duty 2 05, Call of Duty 3 06, and Modern Warfare 07.
Yeah.
So that was.
Oh wait, 09. There's been a Call.
Were those all Infinity Ward?
No, COD 3 was Treyarch's first Call of Duty game.
Yep.
Okay, see, that's what I didn't realize that. I never thought to look. I never cared enough.
Because they switched off between Treyarch and Infinity Ward up until Black Ops, and then Sledgehammer helped with Modern Warfare 3.
Right, then they got their own
then they
edition of the game, yeah. I still want to see another Advanced Warfare, which probably will never happen.
I wouldn't rule it
You're
out.
going to have to wait another 3 years until it comes around to Sledgehammer.
That's fine. But with the way Sledgehammer handled Advanced Warfare, I thought it was great. I don't give a shit about any Call of Duty games, more or less, but I am at least interested in this one because Sledgehammer is a part of it.
Is making it.
If they went another space one, if they did another whatever, I would be like, I don't fucking care. But they're bringing it back to like a basics kind of thing, which kind of like Battlefield did, just coincidentally, So I'm interested. I'm hoping it's still not this. I don't want like the Twitch shooter shit that is Call of Duty now.
I think they kind of. They're obviously not going to be catering to that kind of crowd. doesn't look like. And as far as the perk setup goes, from what I understand, it's still going to be pretty reminiscent to like World at War, that kind of stuff. Like pretty bare bones type of perk setup. Like you've got your stopping power, that kind of. But those are perks.
I also heard there's going to be no regenerating health. In single player.
Just single player, not multiplayer.
As far as I have read.
That kind of brings back like old school Medal of Honor, where you have to actually search for like health packs.
Well, I was going to ask.
There's no health packs.
Weird.
Holy fuck.
That is super strange because then you have to just checkpoint, I guess, to get your health back?
I guess.
Weird, man.
Maybe they'll have a base of operations you have to stop at to get medical supplies.
That's pretty crazy.
Yes, I wonder how many people are looking forward to Treyarch next year with Call of Duty when they release Infinite Black Ops.
Infinite
Black Ops 4.
Advanced Infinite Black Ops.
In space.
Black Ops.
God, I wonder what Treyarch's doing.
There's been a Call of Duty game released every single year since 2005.
Yeah.
Good God.
12 Call of Duty games released.
That's too many.
That's a little much. But
stop that.
This looks like it's the refreshing I don't want to say reboot, but just the refreshing addition that the series needs.
More like reboots on the ground.
Wow. That was an unfortunate moment in our podcast history. I never want to see that again.
No, but I like the direction they're taking with it. I mean, I still want to say that I like Call of Duty, but I can't honestly say that I have in recent years. But the series still holds a place in my heart regardless, just because it was the one game that really got me into online shooters, or series I should say. But this needs to be their make or break title to save the series. That's what I think, because people are getting sick of COD, and this needs to just completely knock it out of the park.
The only thing is that they still sell every year regardless of the newest one did not hit their expectations. So when they invest a certain amount of money, if they don't sell enough, it doesn't matter how successful it is.
Yeah.
If they still don't meet their expectations.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Call of Duty is ever going to go away.
I don't think it's ever going to go away. It's too big of a breadwinner in the industry for it to go away completely. But I just don't want them to do shady fucking tactics like they did with Infinite Warfare. The only way you can get COD 4 is if you buy our new game.
Oh, also, here's this DLC that's more expensive than it was the first time around.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
That was fucking retarded.
That made me laugh.
I could have paid $10 back in 2008, but now I'm paying $15 in 2017 because reasons. Right. I don't know. Just have a game, make a game that people are going to genuinely enjoy, that isn't just one little copy and pasted gimmick after another. And
I'm just glad to see that Sledgehammer, it seems like they're taking some chances that no other Call of Duty game has really taken
in a long time.
Because the Modern Warfares were all more or less the same thing. I think the third one got a little bit sci-fi, a little bit, right?
Vague. Well, I think it's more like COD Ghosts. COD Ghosts was the one that got a little sci-fi.
Did it? I never played those, so I don't know.
Let's not ever talk about Ghosts again.
Yeah. Do not speak of that.
It was it would have been an interesting concept if they did it right, but they fucking failed because Ghost is arguably one of the most recognizable characters in the series.
Right.
And
I guess that Infinite Warfare, I guess that is kind of taking a chance by taking it to space. And it obviously didn't really work in terms of what fans want. No. But going back to something so basic after Call of Duty gets so over-the-top crazy, it does seem kind of, I don't want to say risk, because Call of Duty, everybody's going to fucking buy it no matter what. But I'm considering buying it now just because I think they're doing something that is different from their norm or what you expect.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I was not bored. I had a personal phone call to take, and my quote on that is bring SOCOM back.
Yes, please bring SOCOM back. I want to play SOCOM back.
I wonder if that would sell very well in terms of a market this way, because Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo.
Well, for a tactical shooter like that, I think,
there's still a huge demand for tactical shooters like that.
Siege obviously is proof of that in terms of the tactical part. I'm just wondering if there's room for another shooter like that. I wonder if it would work or not.
If they did it, if they kept the same formula that they did with the original games, then I think they would totally. and not do what they did with Ghost Recon Wildlands.
SOCOM was awesome.
SOCOM was awesome. But what I was going to add on to what Logan said, you know, you call it like a risk for them. I think it's kind of more, they need to be looking at this as like a fresh start. Because like they've pretty much done everything they can as far as, you know, futuristic warfare goes. And it just got to the point where they just like completely alienated the subject matter and turned it into something that it was never meant to be to begin with.
They should add aliens to Call of Duty.
God damn! I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
Halo then.
Yeah. Like they're gonna keep stepping it up. You know, when I'm bringing aliens, right?
Just no. Like I'd like to play another Vietnam COD.
Nano machines.
That was in Black Ops, I think. That kind of
Oh,
crazy.
was it
shit.
really?
I think so, right? All that
Oh
kind of
yeah, it was
crazy
Black Ops 2. Yeah, like little unmanned drones were like fighting wars for other countries and shit.
The only thing I know about Black Ops is I just like to scream, "The numbers, Mason!"
What
I just
does
like
it
to.
mean?
I just yelled at random people. Just it was like anytime they say numbers in any context, I'm like, "What do they mean?"
What do they mean? The numbers. No.
Unfortunately, they're as always doing a beta in June, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that this year though? Is it
Yes.
gonna come out?
Oh, yeah,
probably,
yeah.
like,
It's
Every-
quarter 3.
Quarter 4. Holiday season.
Quarter 4.
Second, I think.
November 3rd.
Something.
Yeah, November 3rd comes when it comes out.
Every November is a Call of Duty, essentially. So they always talk about it like in April, and then it comes out.
That's when Thor
Sidebar.
Ragnarok's gonna be coming out.
Yeah,
too.
fuck Call of Duty. We're gonna see Thor.
Yeah, I wanna-
Sidebar. We think Halo 6 is going to come out this year?
No, I think they've
No.
actually already said there's no Halo this year because there's no Halo, there's no Gears.
They're probably waiting for Scorpio to come out before they launch.
Yeah, that would
Dude,
be...
oh, they're gonna have so many
I said
amazing
no.
announcements.
Wait,
So
what
excited.
if they don't even bother announcing a new Halo game until the Scorpio comes out? Like,
Oh,
That's fine.
God. They just
Well,
drop that.
that'll-
yeah.
That-
by the way, we're also working on this.
Good God.
Well, that'll be that. Like that'd be a 1-2 punch. You think about it, because like, hey, the Scorpio came out, and a bunch, you know, Xbox people obviously want to buy that because it's a fantastic console. But then you're like, also this new Halo's coming out, but it's only for, or it shouldn't only for the Scorpio, but it's like it's specifically made for the Scorpio. And then I can see the Scorpio's like sales going up maybe a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Well, with Scorpio,
Not a Mount
real
Everest.
quick, Sean, with the Scorpio, there'll be no game that is exclusive to Scorpio. Any game you get for Scorpio will also be able to work on your Xbox
Yeah.
Slim and the older Xbox One.
Yeah.
So
No, I know that. But
What's your?
I've kind of taken like a segue into a different topic.
But
taking over the podcast.
What?
This
Sean is being like
motherfucker.
assertive on the podcast all of a sudden.
Who are you?
swear to me.
But keeping on the subject of Halo 6, random.
Random.
343 came out and said that Halo 6 will be all about Master Chief with no new playable characters.
I think a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Very few people, if
I
any,
like
really
that.
liked Locke. I
Because
didn't.
like they even came out and said like they took a lot of shit for how they handled Halo 5, like between the lock, and
Right.
switching back and forth.
They kind of admitted the story wasn't the best. They're like, we know it wasn't the best one. They're
We
working on
fucked
it.
up.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
sorry.
sorry.
Basically, yeah, they kind of were like, well, we tried something, it didn't really stick, but I think their quote was like, we're going to double down on the Master Chief. Like, they know players identify and love playing as the Chief, and they want to see his story.
How old is that motherfucker now?
Who knows?
Probably in his 50s,
Hey,
Okay.
40s or 50s.
Sean,
To the internet.
To the Googles.
So yeah, there's
He's a Spartan, so he
there's
can go
obviously-
as long as he wants to.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
Sure,
so-
but,
he's still kicking ass
no,
pretty
I
much.
believe it. No, yeah.
He fucking made Locke his little bitch in Halo 5. It was awesome. There's a fight scene between them. He just because like Locke gets
It's
one good
just
hit in.
like the Thane versus Kylang fight. It's like the old man versus
Oh, yeah.
like, the young.
He should be
up-and-comer.
embarrassed. He almost got killed by a dying drill.
That's my. Oh man, I
That's
love it.
amazing.
But
I've always
Oh,
liked Master Chief, even
yeah.
though I'm not a like. I've only played the original Halo. That's the only one I've played all the way through.
Okay,
But I've kept
John's-
up with the story, and I've watched people play. I like the story of Halo, like the Halo universe. Is
It's a
really,
really cool
Yeah,
universe.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean.
Okay, his birth date is March 7th, 2511.
in 25, I think 52 was the first fight with the Covenant. Or no, it wasn't the first fight with the Covenant. It was when Halo 1 takes place,
On the
I
Halo
believe.
wiki, it says current status alive, listed killed in action on October 27th, 2558.
So you would have been 47.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so he's
So he's pushing
late
50.
first, right? He's also augmented as fuck,
he's also
and he is a
fucking
killing
Spartan.
machine. Yeah,
He's a Spartan, so
Tank, fuck you.
yeah.
So-
And tank.
Well, I'm kind of late to the game on this one, but going back to one little quick tidbit we talked about with World War II or COD World War II.
who the hell can? No, I'm sorry.
Apparently, there's going to be an HQ mode in between lobbies.
48 players.
Yeah, 48 player lobbies.
But that's just kind of like a social area, right?
Yeah, you can interact with the 48 players. I don't know if that means there's going to be 48 players in a game.
There's not going to be a dab.
I don't think so.
You can dab each other.
48 dabs in a row.
But
Somebody's going to make that video of just guys like a domino effect.
But there's going to be 3 factions also. So they're incorporating factions in this game. So you're going to have the infantry, the airborne, and the armored. So that could, essentially mean there, like what Sean said, there will probably be vehicles in this game.
That's the same article that I
Where's
read.
the stealth, Logan? Why is there no stealth?
Call this. This is a fucking explodey, like,
No,
we're
no.
gonna shoot you in the face.
Yeah, no.
There's spies. There were spies in World War II.
I would totally play a stealth Call of Duty game.
That
That'd
would
be legit.
That would be cool.
I play stealth almost any game though,
I
so
know you would,
I
yeah.
love those so much.
I mean, they have stealth missions, but they're still like insane shoot 'em up type of games.
Oh, yeah.
But,
The amount of dopamine that goes through Logan's brain when he backstabs someone in any game has got to be like off the charts.
It's arousing. So yeah, Sean, you stole my talking point. I was gonna talk about Halo next, but
just pull
good segue.
Pull a Sam Fisher.
That's another game we fucking need. We need a new Splinter Cell. God damn
I would
it.
love a new Splinter Cell.
We talked
Come
about,
on, Ubisoft.
yeah, right.
Get your shit together.
They're working on. I'm hoping relatively in E3 this year would be really cool if they announced it because they've already revealed what the next timeline for Assassin's Creed is going to be.
Was it Egypt?
Yeah.
I think that's been just a really heavily put out there rumor. I
Suggested.
think
The two
Yeah.
highest, I talked about it way earlier in the original podcast, but the 2 highest voted were Egypt and Feudal Age Japan.
I won't play.
Feudal Japan.
I won't play another Assassin's Creed until it's in Japan. I don't care about that.
Like
anymore.
a lot of people wanted
That's all I
either
want.
Samurai or they wanted the Egypt, just because it's way farther back than anything else we've ever done. That's even before fucking the Crusades, which was Assassin's
Like the
Creed 1.
1100s or
Yeah.
whatever.
And obviously we know that the Assassins and the Templars have been around for. Anyway, I'm totally going.
No,
off.
you're fine.
I think
quote
that
there,
Egypt would be a
but
cool
Egypt would
setting.
be awesome.
I want samurais. I don't give a fuck. Ninjas.
no.
Ninjas.
I
There
know
go.
you do.
In the shadows.
I'm just looking forward to like the bombs that get dropped at E3, like stuff that we have no clue about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we got our
Coming up.
shit rocked last year
We got two-
when
we
we
got 2
watched it.
months.
So
Not even 2 months.
Just the Scorpio potential in general, for all of maybe the stuff they're kind of keeping hidden a little bit, because the main guy at Xbox, Phil Spencer, I think he even said like after the whole the Dragon game, the fuck's that, Scalebound.
Scalebound.
After that kind of like fell apart, he was like, we probably announced that too soon. He was like, in development, it was too far away, and they just got excited and want to share it with people. And so I'm assuming they're keeping stuff pretty secret right now.
Yeah.
And I think E3 is just going to be like, what? All these games.
Games and games.
It's
Always
just
is.
so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what PlayStation will have really that they. I assume just more.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I actually heard that they aren't going to have that
I
until
know they're probably
like
not.
2 more years
I
or something
know.
like that. And the Final Fantasy remake got pushed back and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Just rub the salt in the wound.
I'm just saying, I saw an article and I was
But
like,
at least we have a
Maybe get a Last of Us 2 trailer or gameplay.
Maybe,
from
yes,
Last of
that-
Us 2.
oh.
Another-
That would
another-
be
oh,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
Jesus
At least
Christ.
we know that's happening. But I mean,
That and God of War, well, 4 technically, but it's just called God of
God of
War.
War, yeah.
They'll probably show more of that then because
I hope so.
Do they have a
Demo
release date
last
for
year?
that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
at least we have a Screaming Eagle Simulator 2017 to look forward to.
God,
Okay.
dude. Oh, I wonder if that's on my VR. I'll get that. What was that called
Screaming
again?
Eagle.
I don't know. I just call it Screaming
All
Eagle.
screaming eagles. I want to play that so bad, but I want them to rename it Screaming Eagles. That's such a better game.
I'm gonna Google this. I want to see like what
You're gonna Google Screaming
Oh,
Eagles.
that stupid fucking
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
remember
we were
that?
talking
Remember
about
that
it.
God.
That was like one of the weirdest
That
demos
whole
I've
demo,
ever seen on stage.
We were just making fun of it the entire demo when we were watching it. It was so funny.
Oh god.
God. It's like
Well, yeah, because one of the people playing it didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, there was somebody that was like flying all fucked up and couldn't hit anybody.
Well, the reason why it was so funny, I think, to all of us is because, like, initially, like, we were all on board, and then some people dropped off instantaneously, but then some of us were still like, no, this can still be cool. And then other people were like, no, this is stupid. And then we're like, no, watch, wait, let's see what that happens. And then they do a dumb thing, and by the end of the trailer, everyone was like, Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
There was like one or two of us still holding on towards the end of the trailer, and then we're like,
well, like for a while I couldn't figure out what the fuck was happening because you'd see this like sound wave fly out. I was like, what is this? This looks kind of cool. There's fucking birds. It's so dumb.
There's actually a description for it. The game is called Eagle Flight.
Okay,
and it says
that's not a good name.
Not a good name.
Screaming Eagles.
Not very original. First off, you're already in a hole. But
Eagle Glide.
The game overview. It says the sky is yours. 50 years after humans vanished from the face of the earth, nature reclaimed the city of Paris, leaving a breathtaking playground. As an eagle, you soar past iconic landmarks, dive through narrow streets, and engage in heart-pounding
and shit on the Eiffel Tower.
That'd be cool.
Literally.
And engage in heart-pounding aerial dogfights to protect your territory from opponents. With innovative and intuitive controls.
How do you dogfight as an eagle?
Yeah, like do you just shit on each other?
Are you shooting berries out of your like mouth?
Yeah, like you like fire like projectile pellets.
It's the screaming, man. The screaming eagles.
And you quickly learn to perform impressive aerial maneuvers in the blink of an eye. Eagle Flight sends you to the skies to experience the freedom of flying and explore Paris from a never-before-seen perspective.
Do you constantly fly into windows because you see your?
That fucking happened to me at work the other day. Like a bird. Like I'm just sitting there with the computer, like just typing away, and then all of a sudden I hear donk, and I'm like, "The fuck was that?" And then this fucking bird flies into the glass and just goes away.
That's an Ubisoft game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is an Ubisoft game.
I don't want anybody to buy that until they write into Ubisoft and tell them to change the name. Just Screaming Eagles.
Change the name. Change the Screaming Eagles.
Just have like a thank you to us in your credits. Be like, oh, thanks for the better name. Friendly Fire.
Sean, you missed it, but apparently the whole premise of that game is that mankind is extinct, and 50 years after they die out, you get to play as an eagle and fly around Paris and shit on everything.
I have nothing to say to that.
That's all it is. It's just some fucking weird VR game that nobody cares about.
I got something.
What up?
You have something?
I want to talk just quick. PlayStation's games for May got announced.
What do you got?
Finally. We get the Telltale Borderlands game.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Like the entire... From
like
what it looked like...
Season 1 or whatever you call
it. I didn't see any stipulation on the episode, so I'm hoping it's all of Season 1, which would be pretty sweet. Because I like Telltale games, and I like the Borderland games, so that's...
There you go, right?
Cross-reference.
Win-win.
And then the other one is... I hope I'm saying right. It's either Abzu or Abzu. A-B-Z-U.
Is it the underwater...
It's the underwater Journey. The same guys who made Journey. So it's a very atmospheric,
It looks very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like very good looking game. Just you can beat it in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, nothing like that. So it's perfect for free to play. But especially if you just kind of want to play a game where it's very pretty and you just kind of look around and explore.
Right.
And I love Journey. Journey was really fun to play because you meet people online and the only way you can communicate is by like clicking a button that made a sound. So, like, when you're trying to figure out this jump puzzle, but you don't want to leave without the dude, I'm sitting there going, like,
right, trying
get
to...
your fucking ass over here, dude!
That's really funny.
Like, the whole time, because you can't get on, like, a mic and talk to him. Like,
right.
the only way you can speak is by making these weird noises.
Motherfucker!
But, no, the game is just really fun to play for a platformer, and very, very good-looking game. The soundtrack's really good, too, so... yeah, and I've heard nothing but good reviews about...
Reviews.
Abzu, or however you just... grab it. I'm gonna get it, especially because it's free.
Right,
so.
it's free.
Yeah. Yeah, those two, and then the one other weird thing is instead of US gets that game, and then European for PlayStation Plus gets this game called Alienation, and it's like a crazy Diablo-looking game with just space lasers and aliens that like run around like the Zerg. And are just like colonies, and it looks really, really fun to play. And I'm like, man, I wish we got that one.
And undivided
it was sweet, dude. Look it up. Look up Alienation PS4. Like, it fucking looks awesome.
Do you still have your PS4, Sean?
No.
No?
Oh, you got rid of it? I never knew that.
You still haven't started?
I don't remember.
Bring me all your PS4 games.
I'll have to look when I get home.
Bring me all your PS4 games so I can play them.
Do it. Do it.
Anyway, yeah, that's just a small thing that I saw because I know you guys talked about Xbox and PlayStation still hadn't gotten announced yet.
You gotta have some Sony time. We always need time for Sony.
Always.
And I had a link up for the games with gold, and the page is unresponsive, so I'm trying to bring up a different link.
Yeah. Well.
God, whatever.
You're blowing the vibe.
There we go.
I'm just kidding.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
I had a fun segment that I thought up. If you guys want to talk about that real quick
Yes.
while Logan's doing that.
What
So,
Wait.
yeah, maybe not.
Sean is leaving us.
I have the Jeopardy theme on my phone.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Don't take-
So
Get
it's
outta
the May Games with Gold is a game called, I don't know, something Sisters?
I'm
Giana.
intrigued already.
Wait, G.I. what?
Giana. How do you say that?
Gianna?
Sisters?
Gianna Sisters
Gianna?
Twisted Dreams. And then Laura Croft and the Temple of Osiris.
Is that the top-down one?
That was
or
like a
is that
top-down shooter, I think.
Yeah, that's like one of the, I guess, kind of dungeon crawlery too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
like
two
Diablo-ish.
are the Xbox One. Then
Those got good reviews.
Yeah, those
Those are actually
the
solid
top
games.
downs
A lot of
do.
people like them.
Then the 360 games that actually go up to Xbox One also, which it's May, and then there's May the 4th. You know?
Star Wars.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2.
Nice.
Because I think The Force Unleashed was already free before. And then the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga game.
Yo!
that's
Get
the
that
free
Lego
one.
one, dude. Let's play the
They're
shit
pretty
out of
funny.
that. Lego games are
I
awesome.
have the Lego Marvel one.
Yeah,
It's pretty fun.
get that Star Wars one, dude.
So-
Lego's fucking... I love
Lego's
Lego.
fucking everywhere now. Did you know that you can go to whatever theme park has like the Lego Land, and you can get a Lego portrait made of yourself?
I would do that.
Huh,
in a
interesting.
minute.
Like they put you in like one of those little like photo booth thingies, and they take a picture of your face, and then they piece together like a Lego kit with instructions on how you can piece together the kit to make the picture look like, to make the Legos look like the portrait. It's like $80 to do this though.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but it's kind of cool because you have like a sweet little like, hey, there's my portrait in Legos. I
Wait,
made
it's just a
this.
portrait? It's not like a Lego of yourself?
No, it is a Lego of yourself, but the
Yeah,
Legos
that's what I
become a portrait, like because you have to piece it all together yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, but it's
Oh,
like I said, it's
I
like
want my own Lego.
70, $80 for that.
I want my own Lego. That looks like 3 other Lego in the world. Probably
That's-
like 25,000.
You probably have a doppelganger somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
I think we got enough time for like one more thing, like you were saying.
Mine was just a fun thing. I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, so we've already done, like, favorite video game of all time. If I was
Yeah.
stuck on an island, what...
What would you play?
Yeah, right?
Rest of your life.
Skyrim.
Yeah, right? Which I almost, the way I described this, I'm going to try to describe it the way that I initially thought of it, but I think you might even still give the goddamn same answer, which wouldn't surprise me at all, Logan. If you went back in time to when video games were first starting, and you had to show them a video game to show, like, I'm trying to think, like, not only how graphics have gotten, but maybe how video games have become way more of an art form or, like, an actual, like, entertainment media instead of just being, like, oh, a dumb video game, like a lot of them were thinking back in the day as just an arcade, like, quarter sucker. Like, what game would you choose for them to do?
So I have a kind of a few answers, I think, and I guess one thing I would do, I might be kind of biased just because I'm such a fan of the series.
Skyrim's great, man.
Well, not Skyrim, actually. Which Skyrim's it's amazing, obviously. But in terms of, I think, kind of what a game can be, there's a lot of games that can fit this, but what I like, pretty much, because if you take Halo, it has, the music is an orchestra. Incredible music. Good storytelling. It was mechanics that had never really been done before. It has so many good things they put together that I think like before was just like 8-bit noise, just whatever. And the story was like all text-based. And so just some of the things that like the chief does and says to Cortana and the things he does instead of like just saying how he feels, he's like going, he's fighting these things to save people and all that, not just being like, I'm a hero, he actually, the things he does. There's just so many ways in that story that it is told to kind of show who the characters are. Just in everything that puts together in that game. I think Halo might be just something I would be like, here's what you can do when you get, to this point kind of thing. So is that what you mean?
Yeah,
so
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
just like go back in time and be like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, this is what video
Like-
games are
like,
like now.
play Halo real
they're
quick,
not-
check this
they're
out.
not dumb. Like when I say shooters, I don't mean like shooters as in a Halo term. I mean like, Space Invaders. Like,
Right,
just,
yeah.
like, anything.
Yeah.
Because back, it was arcade. That's all it was. Like
Yeah.
video games were arcade games. They didn't have storyline. They didn't have character development. They had fucking 8-bit music.
What's the high score you can get?
Right,
it was all about points. That's all games were back in the day. It was
Yeah.
just about points. Who got the highest point?
I'm going to give
Everyone else.
another answer, though. I'm just gonna
No,
steal
go ahead.
the game.
Go ahead.
I
'Cause
think
I have
another
two.
thing-
I have two that I really am bad
Well, I
on
might
yet,
take
so.
both of yours. I don't know if you have I would say like the Mass Effect series.
The
to
series in
show
general.
how you can take a story and tell it over 3 games and how you can have the story impact one after another. You know, just the
decisions
inner
matter.
workings of the decision making would. I think it would blow people's minds to see how technical these things can be. So.
Yeah, and like your decisions actually do affect what.
Yeah, how it affects the games in such drastic ways, and the amount of thought and dialogue and writing that has to go into make every situation outcome affected later in a logical way.
Mhm.
So I think Mass Effect would be another really cool thing to show.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on that. Is that it?
Yeah, those are the ones that came to mind.
Mine, Mass Effect was very high on my list on what I want to do.
Right.
And believe it or not, the only reason why, and this is just me thinking logically, I feel like I'm breaking like time travel rules when I'm like bringing this game up in that way. But it's not real, but it's a possibility. So it's not only a game where you can do the same thing where you show like storyline elements, graphics, but also possibilities. And when I say it like that, I would like to bring Fallout back and show someone just to be like, we've realized the dangers of nuclear war.
Yeah.
Like this is what.
And obviously this is fictional, but some of it's like kind of creepy. Like when you think about like what would humans turn into during a nuclear like apocalypse? Like
Right.
200 years after, you got irradiated people. We don't know, obviously, if there's duels or anything like that. But, I mean, humans are a pretty goddamn resilient race. And if stipulations like vaults were around and stuff like that, that seems plausible,
Yeah.
But it's also got, the fun gameplay. It's like, hey, it's a shooter. And then, it's got the RPG elements with the skill system and all the dialogue and shit you
Right.
do. So, and my other one is a cop-out because I still haven't got to play it. Well, I've played about like 2 hours of it now because when I went over to Drew's, I made him let me play the Switch for a little while.
Yeah.
Dude, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
It's art. I know I sound like an uber geek saying that, but just playing that game, listen to the way the music kicks in and kicks out, just the environment, the realism effect, and a lot of games have had all of it: the day-night cycle, the weather system, all that stuff. Just whenever anything is happening in Breath of the Wild, though, you have to either adapt to what's happening or you got to be ready for it. Because, like, if it's raining, oh shit, I got to take all my metal armor off. Like, you normally don't have to worry about that in a game that has weather effects.
Rust.
No, lightning will strike you.
Oh, okay.
Worth
I'm
thinking
being
long
serious.
term,
Yeah,
he's like,
no, hey,
like in
I
30 years,
appreciate
my
that,
armor's
but
going to be
like-
shitty.
No, I'm being serious. Like, lightning will, if you have a metal shield, metal armor, or metal weapon on you, then
Yeah.
you will get struck by lightning.
Is that insta-death?
No, it does a fuck ton of damage, though.
Like,
But
it shocks you and you
you
fall over
can
and
use
you
it to your
die.
advantage. I've seen clips of guys like they've timed it to the point where they can tell when they're about to be struck by lightning, and they'll like chuck, because you can throw your weapons in the game. They'll chuck their sword at the enemy, and the lightning will hit the enemy instead of them, which is pretty
That's
sweet
pretty
when you think
amazing.
about it. But I mean, and it's not the highest graphical capable game. Like Fallout, I can call shit on because like the facial animations are garbage.
Well,
in that
that's
game.
a Bethesda game, though.
No, yeah, and no, I'm not going for the. If I wanted to go like the highest graphic game, I'd be like fucking Crysis or something like that. Something that's just crazy, ridiculously detailed. But Breath of the Wild, just because it's an adventure game, the premise, the music, the story, the open worldness of it.
I think it's
Because
kind of
I don't think a lot of people. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I don't think a lot of people would think that a game could be that big in that day.
Yeah.
Like, this is just an arcade game. It's like, no, this game you'll play for 60 plus hours. And
Right.
you're not going to beat it. You're not going to explore everything. That I think would just. blow
Oh,
my
yeah.
mind.
Blow
Oh,
people's
yeah.
minds.
Yeah. Anyway.
One of them I have is going to kind of be way out of left field because it's one of the game. It's of course, like you've already said, Mass Effect and blah blah blah. Like I'm.
If Mass Effect's one, that's fine because I was very close to picking
obviously,
that,
you guys know me well enough by now that I would say Mass Effect, but I'm going to bring up some other games that we haven't really talked about yet. And this first one's like way out of left field because it's a game that I really enjoy playing. But one of the reasons I love it so much is that it combines like a bunch of different like medias into one game. And did you guys ever play Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played parts of it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Game is hard as fuck.
it is very hard, but it's like and it touches up on some weird topics that you would never even expect to be in a game. Like the main subject matter of the game is
Cheating on your
infidelity.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, like cheating on your girlfriend and being caught in a love triangle. And but they blend like different aspects like
mythological,
like story or backstory. There's a lot of anime. It's at its heart it is a puzzle game, but but there's also like a huge like moral choice system that goes along with it. Which the game has like 8 endings or something like that. So it does have quite a few endings, but it's one of those games I feel like is more of a statement of what games can be as an art form. And, you know, if you just kind of like think, okay, the world's my oyster. I have all these different art medias I can combine together to make one game. What can I do? So it's like, oh yeah, they don't talk about infidelity in games a whole lot. Let's make this the main subject matter. Or let's bring in like mythological creatures and night
succubi and everything.
Succubi and night terrors and stuff, and have this really cool, like, edgy kind of anime setting or whatever. Like, so it's a super interesting.
Voice acting's great. It's
voice
like,
acting's fantastic.
It's kind of like watching a movie. Besides the puzzle game aspect, it's like playing and watching because you make decisions and everything.
You're watching an anime pretty much.
Yeah, super fun.
But as far as like what I think, if I could show any game as far as what I feel would be like the pinnacle, I guess, as to what a game can really be. And even to the point of just like emotional connection that you feel with the characters and like, you know, kind of really tugging at your heartstrings would be The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, that also was up there on my list.
That would be a pretty good one
The Last of Us,
to
like,
show.
That's oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish.
Well, I was just going to say that just shows off. That's mocap to the fucking max when it comes to video games.
That's
right? That's all I'm saying.
Creme de la creme
yeah.
of, you know, motion
how much
graphics.
effort they put into it. Yeah.
And just what a potential of like the scope of what a game can be, and just the amount of, you know, how do I want to say this, like emotional dynamic you can feel between like different characters and different relationships that you have in the game with these different people.
Timeline's logical too. That's a real fungus in the world.
I know it could, like theoretically
like
it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, shit hits the fan, the apocalypse happens. We all turn into like
goddamn
like,
cordyceps.
Our brains all turn into trees, which is essentially what it is. But just and it really like kind of takes you out of your element and wonder like, what the fuck would I do in this situation? Like, would I be that dickhead that just wants to survive, or would I try to like, you know, unite everybody? Or,
would I have the balls to do any of this?
Yeah. Could I act if I was in this situation? Could I do it? So it really like makes you think critically on your toes and shit. So
yeah, that's a good choice. I like that. Yeah. I like that answer.
Yeah, but that's what I got for that.
Cool.
So,
that is an interesting.
I just
thing
thought
to
it was
think
fun.
about,
Yeah.
So is
weird
that,
off topic.
Wrap up the pod then.
For that part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
We did the Bulletstorm review.
Oh, that's right.
So,
I forgot about that.
Worth.
That's what he was excited for, guys.
Sorry,
He's been working so hard.
It's funny because there's just three of us here now. So if you guys have questions, you can answer.
No, I'll totally have.
I'll just fucking ramble about this for a while and no one's here.
No, it looked fun.
Have you played it ever, Worth?
I played like the first 3 hours of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I definitely am familiar with the game.
Okay.
So
yeah. Did you play it, Pat?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I watched you play it.
It's so fun though.
It looks fun.
So yeah, Bulletstorm is a first-person shooter. It's got a single player, like a multiplayer kind of co-op mode, kind of like a horde mode, and then it has like these. They're called echoes. They're just like parts of the single player that they just condense into these challenge modes, and then you just see how many points you can get.
Time trials and all that shit. Yeah. So
the single player the story is kind of, it's a very over the top game. It's kind of like trying to think. It's kind of like Borderlands and kind of like the humor where it's just really over the top. It's very self-aware that it's a game. It's just going to try to be funny. So you start as, I think, Grayson Hunt is the main character, voiced by Steve Bloom.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That one, because this game, it's a remake of a 2011 game, I believe. It's like a remaster. And so back in 2011, when I heard Steve Bloom was going to do it, I was like, "Fuck yes, he's awesome."
Steve Bloom is always good.
So he basically, it's like you are essentially like kind of like a space pirate, or kind of like you're like an outlaw.
Yeah.
Not even a marine. You're like an outlaw.
Yeah.
And so as you're cruising through space, you come across this General Serrano who like betrayed you way back in the day,
motherfucker.
And so you and your whole crew, you're like, fuck this guy, because you're in this tiny little ship. We have like your guns and whatever, nothing major. Then you see this giant warship out in space. You're just like, fuck it. So they go to attack the ship, and then they fuck it up pretty good. They all crash land on a planet, and the planet is totally overgrown with these giant crazy plants. The natives are all like insane and hostile and like gonna kill everybody. And so you land there, and part of it is you're basically just trying to get revenge. You want to go kill Serrano,
and you're also trying to get off the planet.
Well, that too, but you need to get to him, to get off the planet. But so you're trying to get off the planet. So, I mean, the story's actually pretty good for it being so over the top and not taking itself very seriously. It does, you get connection pretty early on to your squad mates, and you run around with one or two people in the game. Most of the time, you always have somebody that you kind of have a dialogue with.
Right.
And so in the beginning, there's shit that goes down where you feel connected to your squad, and it has a whole mini mission that goes back in time to kind of show how you were betrayed. So it does set up a pretty good, like, reason for what you're doing and why the characters are the way they are. And then there's more that goes through as the story goes on. So the story is pretty good. The cool thing about the combat is it is like skill kills, essentially. So every different kill you get more points value for stuff. So if you get like a headshot, it's so many points. If you use a gun's special ability, there's points for that. If you use like a shotgun, you shoot off their chest or their legs, you get special points for doing that kind of stuff.
So you can like combo kills and stuff.
Essentially, yeah. Because there's also the one of the probably most unique parts of this game is the thing called the leash. And so you basically...
I remember the leash,
that crazy thing that you blow everybody up with.
So you can tether people, so you can pull them to you, and then when you pull them or when you kick them, that's like your melee. They kind of go like into this zero gravity slow mo kind of thing for a minute, so you can really aim and make specific kills. I
love when they switch melees.
Bitch, your salsa.
From punches to kicks.
Right, something kind of funny like that.
Yeah, I just every once in a while, or just like change it up. Like when you see the same melee attack over and over again, it's like, man. It's like Doom did it so well.
Oh,
every
God.
melee attack
you rip aliens' heads off and shit. It's so
brutal.
funny.
It was worth it to do melee attacks in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
plus like give your health and shit back, too.
Well, yeah, no, they're bonuses, but I mean just like flavor text-wise. You're just like,
oh, yeah.
That dude's not having kids anytime soon.
Oh.
Right. So with the tether, you can do a thing called a thumper, where when you tether them, you slam it down on the ground, and it makes everything fly up in the air. So then, like, you can get, like, one of the red barrels to explode. Everybody is on fire. And then you can shoot them with a certain weapon that does, like, a detonation. And all of those things chain to get you more points. The more points you get, the more you can level up your weapons, buy new weapons. The weapons also are very, very unique.
Yeah.
There's one that's like a flail that kind of shoots, like, 2 exploding grenades on a chain. So it can wrap people up. The alternate of that is you can shoot, and they just like slice through people, so anything in front of you just gets sliced in half.
That fucking ridiculous looking shotgun that I saw you working with, it had like 16 barrels. Like
Which
it looked
one
like
was that?
It just it looked like a fucking, like, if you took 16 little motorcycle exhaust ports and combined them onto one gun, and it just
I'm trying to think
shot
if that
like
was
a
the
giant,
shotgun or not.
I don't. It looked like a shot. The way it was firing, it looked like a shotgun.
Yeah.
It was a spread shot and everything. But anyways,
scattergun.
Well, in the shotgun in that game, actually, the alternate fire is you shoot like this wave of energy and it disintegrates everything. And so throughout the game, there are like these different map hazards. One of these giant plants you kick people into, and then the plant eats them.
nice.
Then you can kick them into walls with like these like rebar sticking out, so you just like spike their bodies and they get stuck there. You can kick them into electricity off of just like cliffs. So there's a lot of different interesting mechanics to the all the different ways the guns work and the ways the combat works. So yeah, it's a very, very over-the-top game. The dialogue it's like really...
Very 80s.
Very
kind
campy,
of.
kind of?
Yeah, it's very, very crude. And
Come on,
very,
sucker! Let's get these guys!
It's not even that. It's more vulgar. It's just like they're constantly just... call each other the worst possible names. It's basically like us before the podcast starts recording.
I remember I think I remember one cutscene where I forgot the one girl's name that you first see at the beginning of the game, but she's like, "You better stop chasing me, or I'll shoot off your dicks." And then Steve Loon goes, "I'll shoot off your dick."
He's like, "Shoot my dick up." Yeah, it's really witty though too. They're always kind of like making jokes back and forth, and they. I wish I could remember. I played it like last week trying to get this done, and I forgot some of the. There's some really, really good dialogue. There's part later where you actually go with Serrano, the guy you're trying to kill, but you have to keep him alive. And you guys are just tearing each other apart. Like, middle of combat, they're like, "Hurry up, you fucking pussies," and stuff, and he's just yelling at you, and you're trying to kill things, and then you're just fighting the whole time.
You're like, "Fuck you." Yeah, damn.
It is so funny. The co-op is pretty much just like a wave mode. So you have to work as a team to get enough points to get to the next level. And so there's all the map hazards. There's one map has these giant gears that you can kick them into these gears, and they just their bodies just explode.
Oh my god!
So it's ridiculous over the top.
That's crazy.
So then if you get enough points, you need to get to the next level. But there's always these like team kills. And so one you might have to like do like a bullet kick is what they call it when you just kick them. Then some might need to get like a certain kind of kill so you get more points. So it like you can do chain attacks to get more points, and so towards the later levels you really need to work together. It's a surprising amount of strategy and teamwork involved to get to the next level. The later levels get fucking wild.
So it's like
crazy.
Firefight on crack.
Pretty much, yeah, because it's the enemies get crazier and crazier. Some of the enemies are will just run up, like sprint to you and just melee you. Some are like have the heavy weapons. There's some like they're snipers from a distance. So there's a good variety in the single player and multiplayer. There's all the same enemies. So there's a good variety of just different kind of enemies to deal with.
How long is the campaign?
I mean, it's pretty quick. There are
6-8 hours.
Something around there, probably. It's I mean, I played it before, so when I played this remastered edition, it's the water again.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just the high pitched squeal you heard. Yeah, it's just the pipes in the
Logan can always tell when I hear weird shit because I'm like,
you're like, what? It's like, nope, just the water.
God.
So the campaign is pretty. It's not even really like a quick play because there's a lot
of shit to do.
Well, yeah, because each level or every couple like there's like 7 chapters and each one has like between like 3 to 5 missions essentially.
Nice.
And there's a lot of different variety in that even. Like there's one where you have to pilot like a plane to run away from this giant fucking monster trying to kill you. Then you have to shoot like there's a giant like turbine that goes off the like it's like track or whatever, and it's just bouncing down this mountain essentially trying like chasing you. So you have to like shoot the enemies while you have to shoot these giant like oil canisters or like these huge,
slow it down.
Yeah, and then it knocks it back off course. So there's a lot of ways to break up just the boots on the ground shooting. There is a part where you have to control
Crash Bandicoot bullshit.
Right you have to control a robotic T-Rex.
What?
And
Mechagodzilla?
So yeah, you're just shooting the enemy with this giant, and you can stomp on the T-Rex. It's amazing.
Mechanosaurus Rex.
Pretty much, he names him like Waggleton P. Tallylicker or something. Was what he names the T-Rex. So yeah, if that gives you a sense of the humor, yeah.
Tiny armed death machine.
What's Oh yeah, that was in Blood Dragon where you get to pilot like the mecha. Like
Blood Dragon,
yeah. The mecha
I played half of Blood Dragon. I don't know if I ever did that.
Oh god, it's like the last mission.
Okay, I never got to it.
We used to make fun of one of my buddies, Brian. We could tell the more drunk he got because we called it T-Rex arms. To where like as he got more intoxicated, his arms would slowly come up to his chest like this, and he'd always walk around with his arms up like this, like drinking his beer.
Ridiculous.
Called the T-Rex arms.
How many drinks you had? It's like on a scale of 1 to T-Rex.
Yeah, 1 to T-Rex.
Yeah.
So, the online play was a little bit laggy in my first match, and I played a second one. And it was pretty smooth.
I didn't know it was online.
It's the horde.
Oh, the horde mode. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a straight up PvP mode. It's just
there's no PvP at all.
PvE.
So there's no like co-op missions. You can only play the single player, but you can do the horde mode, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like to play.
Yeah. I got a little bit of lag in the single player for here and there. It was kind of strange. Yeah, like there was just like
there's a lot of shit going on.
Kinda, yeah, where you would just be running, it would stop for a second, just barely a second, and then you kind of catch up to what you were doing. So there's a little bit technical stuff here and there.
Scorpio, get on that.
Yeah, right. God, this game could so easily be a sequel too. It'd be so fucking awesome. And one other cool thing I thought about it was where as you're going through the game, you meet like this chick. And she's like another one, like there's like, I think Dead Echo is the name of like this really elite group, and she's like their leader. And so as you're fighting off these native psychopaths, trying to fight them, you run into her and you kind of have to band together to get off world, you work together. And there's really no like love interest there, which I like that it wasn't just like, oh, here's the only chick in the game, so you're going to want to bang her, It was very like she was a fucking badass, and she put you in your place a few times when you guys were like shooting or talking or whatever. She would just make fun of you. And you were like, yeah, that's me. You totally got me. And towards like the end, it's just you just kicking ass with her. So it was just kind of cool that they didn't have to try to like shove in some kind of weird like I don't know, like these weird sex jokes or anything. It was all just everybody's badass the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Borderlands has like way quirky humor and the story's all over the place. But if you actually go back and look about like the storyline itself, I mean, they've done continuations. Like the biggest mystery is the sirens. Which we've only seen 3 out of the 6 that are in the universe. So if they can do a good job with like lore like that and just kind of keep it wide open so they have just enough space, to go crazy and have fun with the type of game they want to do, But also, you know, maybe have like a designated like continuation canon lore. You know, I'm totally down for
I hope
that.
they make a Borderlands game for Scorpio.
They're already working on Borderlands 3.
I assume most
already in
games
production.
post Scorpio that are like AAA have the money to do it will make their 4K capabilities.
Yeah.
So
please make that happen too.
Right. But that's pretty much everything
Are there
for
any season passes or
Bulletstorm.
DLCs out for it or
No,
anything?
there was I think everything was included. I think all the DLC for
Isn't there a DLC that has Duke Nukem in it?
there is. That's for the new full clip edition. What this one called? Yeah, basically,
okay.
I think everything is voiced by Duke Nukem, whoever did that
Want to
thing.
rip off your neck and shit down your throat.
So I don't really give a shit about Duke Nukem. I didn't even install that. I actually stopped the installation as it was going.
Because he's like, I just want to play.
no.
I was like, so you took a game that has one of the best voice actors, basically, that I've ever heard, and you want to take him out of the game and add some asshole? Like, dude, it's like, this is stupid.
I want to listen
That
to
is
Sea
dumb.
Bloom. Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, come on. And
call, sir.
he tears it up as this character. He is so fucking perfect for this role. It's amazing.
I believe it.
So I was like, yeah, that's one thing you can do with Duke Nukem. So I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do it.
Logan,
that
Logan
series is
does
dead.
not advertise that though.
Yeah. But I think all the DLC was like the kind of the multiplayer stuff. I don't think there's any single player DLC that I remember. But yeah, no, there were some boss fights in the game that were really fun. There was a lot of good stuff. It's a great kind of just action-packed, really funny game.
Yeah, just sit back and have a good time.
Yeah, if you just want to basically just laugh and just shoot a lot of shit and have a more than just like a point and click, the really interesting mechanics.
Like you don't have to think a whole lot.
Not really, dude. It's well, because like when you're going through the game, each weapon has like a breakdown of skill shots you can do. So every time you get a new one, you get way more points. And then once you have that checked off, so you can go through every weapon and try to unlock every skill shot. And so you'll be able to get all of the upgrades, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool way to have an upgrade system.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Yep.
yeah, so that's pretty much Bulletstorm. It's a pretty simple game, but it's really fucking funny.
What's your rating?
It's probably like an 8 out of 10.
8, really?
Yeah, just because it's and my ratings for these games are basically kind of how much fun you can have. I had a blast, but I mean, like the story's good, but I mean, it's kind of like not great just because that's not really the point of this game. It's just kind of whatever.
Just to be mindless fun.
It's a game.
Yeah, really.
Or whatever.
That knows
Yeah.
what it is. Then.
So I'd highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of shooters and you want something that's a little different and just kind of like a blast to play the whole time.
How much is it right now?
I think it's 60. Yeah.
It is 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has all anything they added to the DLC. There's the single player, then 2 other game modes. You know,
You're a competitive motherfucker too. You got them time trials and
Yeah,
the leaderboard shenanigans.
the echoes are cool because it does put you against your friends. You can see the world leaderboards, and so you can try to figure out the best way to use your skill shots. So it's if you like, having competing for leaderboard stats, you're gonna fucking love this.
I'm the best out of all my friends. I'm only 680,000th in the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, I hit in the double digits for one of them. I was like 48th. I was like, oh, I could probably get number one.
Yo.
And number one was like 10,000 more skill points than me. I was like,
Coming for you.
no, I could never do that.
I'm
So.
fine.
So yeah, Bulletstorm's great. Somebody else here should get it, so I can play some
Good
co-op. Yeah.
play.
It's super fun. So
I'll play it. I'll sit down and play.
yeah,
I'll consider it.
get an Xbox.
I'll sit down and play. I can play it on your
Savage.
Xbox.
Sea of
All right,
Thieves.
co-op. God damn it!
Sea of Thieves.
That's for Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves, yeah. Or
Yeah,
until he gets to Scorpio, and then he just lets me use one of his Xboxes so I can.
I'll probably get Scorpio.
I know you said.
I'm going to get a Scorpio.
Most likely, and that 4K TV. So,
Giggity.
Yeah.
all right, you guys, anything else
No.
No,
for the
no.
I
podcast? No?
think that's it for us.
No, I'm just gonna go play more Infamous.
This is
Episode
a
6.
pretty
6.
surprisingly short podcast, I think. Actually,
Is it?
Okay.
What time are we at? Okay, we're probably about an hour and a half.
I can do corny
No.
jokes for the next 40 minutes.
we're good though. It's good. I just was saying, I'm trying to do math in my head, but I'm tired. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah.
Patio furniture.
God damn it, Pat.
All right, we're done. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Why
guys.
not? Oh, we love you guys.